Good morning, friends. Welcome to Excel Super Essential Shortcut Tricks. I'm sharing screen. So, first of all, classify these shortcuts. All those which are marked in red are those shortcut tricks which Excel user may not be using it. He may be working on Excel for the last 10 years, a decade, but probably he may not be using these. Those which are in blue are those Excel shortcuts which normally Excel user may be using it or probably may not be using it. And the black ones are those which normally each and every Excel user must be knowing it. But so we'll focus basically on red and blue. So let us start. Control D and Control R are the shortcut tricks to copy the data downside and on the right side. Example. Say this is 35 is written on the written here. So Control R, what it will do is that it will copy the data which is there in the right hand side. So Control R. Control R. What Control D will do is that it will copy the data which is there on the upper side. So Control D. Control D. Right? Next is Control Enter. So to explain you, first of all, I will just take an example. I'll just delete this. Additional data. Say I've selected this much of cells. Say I put one of the number 40 and press enter. So what it does that it just enters the data in one of the cells. But if I select the cells, enter 40, and in place of enter, I put it control enter. So what it does that it enters the data in all the cells which are selected. And it is not that the selected cells should be in a particular row or column. It can be any. Example. These are selected cells. I also select this. I also select this. Now, I enter for 40 and control enter. So it's filling in all the selected cells. Next is control page down and control page up. These are basically navigation shortcuts. So control page down, control page up. So if I want to move from one sheet to another, so I can do this. Control page up, control page down, right? Next is control shift end key and control backspace. So what is its first of all, let us understand what is the use of the same. So if I want to select the data which has many blank columns in between, so it will take much of my time. Example, I will do it for you. So control shift and the arrow key, I'm using it. So it's taking much of my time. The reason is that there is spaces in between, there are blank columns. So what I can do is I can just do control shift and end data. So what I will do is that it will select the last cell which was at any point of time used. As of now, it may have been deleted, but if so it is selecting here. So if I want to deselect column M to column say E, so what I can do is that I can just uh, control shift and arrow key, I can reduce it, right? Now I want, now I'm on the last column, on line number 80. So it is uh, selected. If I want to go to the top, what I can do is that I can just enter control and backspace, shift and backspace, control and backspace, sorry, right? And now whatever data I want to perform, I can do it. Next, if I want to insert a column or a row, so the formulas are Alt IC and Alt IR. So I'm here, I want to insert one column. So Alt I and C is the formula, but I have to first of all select the column, Alt I C. Insert one row, Alt IR. So this is the way out. Now next is filter and unfilter of data. So example, so this is the data I have. I want to filter it. So what I can do is I can just select control shift and end, take the required uh, columns which I want to filter, go to home, control backspace, and then to filter the shortcut key is control shift and L. So this is a filter. Now say I filter on amounts. So these are my filters. I have filtered it. Now what I want to do is that I want to unclear the filter. So one way out is that I can just go here and then do the select all. But since I have prepared this sheet, I know that the filter is an amount, but other person may not be knowing it. So to unclear the data from filtered cells, what I can do is that I can just use Alt key. So Alt, you see when I press Alt, these various tabs are opened with a shortcut alphabet. So for going to data, I have to enter A, and to clear it, it is C. So Alt AC is the formula for unclearing or unfiltering the data. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks.